Morning, everybody, and welcome to Setting Our Intentions for the Week, which I forgot to put the date on it. Never mind, doesn't matter. Nice and easy. We're just going to run through this. So this is Setting Our Intentions. Oh, let me put my chat box on so I don't miss anybody. If you do want to say hi or grab a card. I actually thought I might do different cards. I'm going to do the intentions with the angel cards, but I thought I might even do the individual cards with the spirit guides. Let's mix it up a bit, hey? Let's not be too stayed in our ways. All right, here we go. This is the spread for today. Let me move this out of the way. So this is our spread for today. Again, we've got the just basic 1, 2, 3, 4. I've always done this as whatever the spread was about. This is your block. Number 2 is your block. Number 3 is getting through that block. And number 4 is the results of it. And I like to just sort of run with that as a nice, basic, easy one. So here we go. Card 1 is what it's all about. 2, the block. 3, healing the block. And 4 is about the results. So this is for the week, remember? What are we about for the week? Now, you're a light worker. God needs you to shine divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all its inhabitants. So when we start to look at that, that's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? It is about our spiritual side of things. So what we're looking at this week is being more aware that we are very spiritual, we are light workers, and that is what we need to focus on this week. What's our block towards that? So your emotions are healing, which enables you to open for greater love. I will release the anger and unforgiveness from your heart and your mind. So we've got these little issues that are happening there regarding the block about being a spiritual person or being a light worker. And, oh, sorry, there's the comments and I've missed it. Wrong button. Did I press the wrong button? Oh, hi, Sal. Sorry. Hi, Sally. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, and Sal, this suits you to the T. So this is about being a light worker. It's about our spiritual aspects for this week. Our blocks are regarding emotions. So our blocks are about releasing anger and unforgiveness. So there's something there that's holding us back. And when we look at being a light worker or our spiritual work or even doing these types of readings, I do find those emotions start to come through. Find that negative self-talk can come in and I get annoyed with myself. I get angry with what I'm doing and sometimes allowing those negative thoughts to come through and take over. So be mindful of that this week. When we're looking at our spiritual stuff, don't let that crap that's the technical term for it. Don't let that crap get in the way. So how to help you get through this when you're getting angry, when you're getting annoyed, when you find that frustration or unforgiveness. It says move to a new home, place of employment, and it'll usher in new energy. Now here, it's not necessarily a new home, but a new environment. Get yourself out of where you're at. If you're feeling shitty there, get yourself out of where you're at. And I don't mean, oh, hi, Tanya. I could really use an uplifting message. We're going to get you there, Tanya, for sure. So to get through this negative aspect of it, get yourself into another environment. And that doesn't necessarily mean actually moving home. It just means maybe getting away from where you are for a period of time. Now, we're looking at this is about the next week. So it might be just a walk down the beach. It might be a walk in the mountains. It might be just going down to the local coffee shop, but getting yourself away from that negative feeling when you're starting to get angry. Now, I know, again, when I'm starting to do some of my light work, when I'm starting to do my spiritual stuff, it is easy to get trapped in those emotions. It is easy to get sucked into the shit that we deal with day and night. And it's easy to get involved or take on other people's negative energy too. So be mindful of that. If we do that, we need to get ourselves away from that space and into a safer space. And I prefer nature, but you can do whatever you need to. If you need a cup of coffee, do that. The results are, I am leading you towards the answer of to your prayers. Just listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So you're being guided. There's a reason behind this negativity. There's a reason why you need to get away from it and get into a space that suits you. Get away from that aspect, because there's signs, there's messages, there's intuitive understandings coming to you. And if you get yourself stuck in here, you're not going to receive them. You need to move forward. So when I look at this for the week, if anybody's working with their spiritual stuff, which is what we all should be doing anyway, but if you're working with that, what we need to do then is be aware that when we have these triggers, when we have these negative thoughts, these negative aspects, we get angry, we get shitty, we get frustrated, then get yourself out this week. Get yourself out somewhere else, okay? What place suits you, but where you have the opportunity to start to listen and start to get an understanding of the intuitive messages you're getting. So I hope that clears things up for the week. Now, let's have a quick look at these cards. Now, I love these cards. These are Stephen Farmer's. I love these cards wholly and solely because of the feel of them. They've got a, hang on, where's the microphone? They've got this corrugated feel to them, and I just love them, and they are the animal cards. So I'm going to grab a couple of animal cards out for you. Now, I'm not as familiar, so I might need to refer back to the book because I don't use these all the time. I tend to just use these sort of cards just for myself. So I'm a little bit, greedy, a bit selfish, but I tend to use these for myself. So I don't use them that often. I'm not, whoa, there's one that jumped out. That's for you, Sal. What is that one? The peacock. Oh, beautiful. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. Oh, my goodness, Sal, look at that. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. So that's the peacock. It's about being proud of who you are and acknowledging it. If you're extrovert, be extrovert. It's you. It's who you are. Be proud of who you are. Let yourself stand out. You're putting yourself out there. You're going to achieve what you want, but do it in an authentic way. If that's you, do it that way. Some people wouldn't like being the peacock, but Sal, this suits you to a T. You love the peacock. This is you, Sal, for sure. What a great card. Beautiful. Now, if we look at that over the week, that means this week, hang on, there's one coming out for you, Tanya. So yours is coming too. So that means for you, be proud of who you are. Stand up and be counted. Not a problem at all. All right, Tan, yours is coming. I'm going to see if it'll jump out for me. But I usually tend to pick it. No, this one. It's definitely this one. Polar bear. Okay. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcomes. Now, this is really, really important for you, Tanya, because when we stand up and speak our truth, when we stand up and we're being compassionate, we're actually standing up and speaking our truth. Now, can you imagine a polar bear standing up and speaking his truth? You could look so, no worries, Sal, I'll catch you soon. You could look so scary, okay? Because you're being honest and true to who you are. You could, if you see this polar bear standing up on all fours, on his 2 feet, it could be quite scary for somebody, all right? But you need to do that. You still need to do that. You need to do that with truth and with integrity. It's really, really important. But the main part about this is with no attachments. So allow yourself to speak what you need to say. Do it carefully, but do it mindfully, but also do it in a context where the attitude would be, well, you can take it or leave it. This is how I'm feeling. I'm not making excuses for it. Take it or leave it. I don't really care. And don't look at it as if to say, I'm going to tell you this because I want you to change. I'm going to tell you this because I want you to do things differently. It's not about that, Tanya. It's about just being true to yourself and allowing them to take it on board or not taken on board. Like I said, think of that big polar bear coming up at you. It could be quite overwhelming when you've never spoken your truth and you're doing it now. So do it gently, but still do it, okay? And let go of the outcome of it. They can do what they like with it. So that's that one. Now, that's for you, Tanya. Now, I've just got Diane has come on. Good morning, Diane. Would you like a card? I don't like to assume because that is rude of me. We're doing a different card this time. We're doing the beautiful messages from your spirit guides. So it's, oops, Steve. God, I'm good at this, aren't I? All right. She hasn't responded back, but I've got a funny feeling she might like one. So I'm going to do it now. If you don't want it, you just turn it off right now. Diane, that's all good. But this one's come out for you. It is the dog. Okay, so the dog is your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. Diane, you're doing too much for too many people. You've got to slow down. You've got to come back to you. You're the first master. You need to be mindful of yourself first. Okay, that's really, really important because it's lovely to help other people, share other people, work with other people, but it's not good to have them master over you. Have too many of them. So make you the number one master first. Okay, you do what you need to do first, and then let the others basically wait their turn. You are very loyal. You are very faithful. Now, look, I get a card like this, and I know what I'm like. When I do work into a business, I do put in a lot. You know, I put in 110%. So I really do understand how this card would come up and what it would be like for me, because I have this this idea, I don't know where I got it from, that I can do everything. And you know what? I can't. I just can't. And so I have to pick and choose who is going to be the master and who isn't, and who do I want to allow to have that role. So me first, and then the others after that. So it's all about getting those priorities right, okay? We can do it. They don't all have to be masters. They can be friends and we can help them, but they don't have to be masters, okay? There's only usually a few masters. You're first, and maybe your job is next. But then maybe it isn't. So that's for you, Diane, and lovely to have you tune in today. Thank you so much for turning up. Okay, now I know there was other people there, but they've not come through StreamYard, so I can't see if they want a card or not. I don't assume anybody wants a card because, although why would you be on here if you weren't looking for a card? I'm just going to pull a random one out. This is for anybody else that hasn't come through StreamYard and hasn't sent a message in, because I think there's somebody else out there that's just waiting for this particular card, and it's coming out right now. This is it. It is the honeybee. This is for you. The honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Now, when I look at a honeybee, I do look at something that's very nurturing, that can take something and create something really sweet. Okay, so the honeybee does create that. They work as a team. They work well. So I'm thinking that this particular person, whoever is listening to this one, who needs this one, I've got a funny feeling this is about, it's either about work, but it's about a group. Okay, so it's a group. So it could be work, it could be another type of group, but it's a group of you that are trying to achieve something together. So that's why I sort of went straight to work. So this is your work environment. You're trying to create something sweet together, and it may not be working out quite as you expected. Okay, so may not be quite as you expected. So what you need to be mindful of is giving compassion and forgiveness, because we all make mistakes. If that particular bee went to the wrong flower and didn't get the right pollen, we're allowed to make mistakes. That's okay. So in this group, in this particular group that you're in, whether it's a work group, whether it's an outside group, whether it's a family group, just be a little bit more compassionate and forgiving. See if you can see the other side to it. See if they can help. Because in all honesty, we're all here. This group is all here for you to create the same thing. They all want to create honey. They all want to create a sweetness, a nice love in their life. And if they do it wrong, they may not always do it intentionally. You might think they do, but they may not. So that's what your card is all about. And I hope that helps you for today. So thanks, guys. Thanks, Diane. No worries. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks, Sal. We'll catch up with you next time. And thank you, Tanya, for joining in on this weekly event. So we do this each week. We've got the cards here for you so you can see what your weekly is all about. And I'm going to actually take a leaf out of a good friend of mine who only does the card readings. Don't worry, Tanya, who only does the card readings for those who turn up. So I really like that idea. So I hope you enjoy that. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Podcast, I've just recorded the podcast that's out. That's part 2 of Reclaiming Your Power, the Power of Trust. Part 2 is out on the podcast. You'll get that on Thursday morning. There for all good podcast listeners. Or if you don't want to do a podcast listener, I do video it as well. So you can get it on the Art of Intuition YouTube station. So all the very best, guys. Have a great week. And I'll talk to you really, really soon. All right. Bless you.